Me and my brother Quay, man, we put that together within 16 hours, like 15 hours. We land from Paris like at 9 p.m. and go straight to go to work.
My path has been a difficult one, but at the same time, I love it.
We do this music. We the greatest group that ever touched the mic. R.I.P. my brother Tate. We did it for my brother Tate. Me and Quay stood tall, brother to brother. We did it in 16 hours though, like real professionals.
It's safe to say that the world of hip-hop hasn't had this much drama and controversy for a while now. Fans have been getting diss track after diss track from some of the top rappers in the industry, while others have been getting exposed for being involved in some pretty serious crimes. Right now we have Chris Brown and Quavo going at each other's throats, no Diddy, for what seems to be some old beef stemming from Karrueche Tran. But that's not all though, because Chris Brown has also attempted to set the record straight with the real story behind his incident with Rihanna. Jaguar Wright has even backed Chris up by pointing fingers at none other than Jay-Z for allegedly having blackballed his career all these years. But why did all of this even start to begin with? And will this beef end up escalating into something more serious? Well, keep watching because you won't want to miss this.
And then they sat there and Jay-Z and them get on the radio and they talk about that little fucking boy. And then they put together that whole fucking sham and then have him arrested on the red carpet just to make sure America fucking hated him. Defending himself against that crazy. I mean, she's sexy as shit and she's pure pussy and she has all of my respect when it comes to the game.
Ooh.
But you ruined Chris Brown's life and you knew you ruined his life and the only reason you did it was because your Jay-Z told you to, so that he could cover up the fact that he started fucking you at 14 when he was damn near 30 years old.
While Drake and Kendrick Lamar's battle has been the main event, Chris Brown and Quavo's beef has been a deserving undercard fight. To give you a better idea of why Chris Brown and Quavo started beefing, we have to go all the way back to 2010. That's because Chris Brown dated Karrueche Tran from November 2010 to March 2015, including a break in the middle. It's also during this time period that Chris Brown shortly rekindled his relationship with Rihanna. Ever since then, Quavo and Tran have frequently been seen together over the years, sparking rumors that they were more than just friends. According to TMZ, in April 2017, the two had gone on several dates after initially being platonic. The consistent sightings and reports have kept the fans intrigued, wondering about the true nature of their relationship. According to a follow-up report from TMZ, Brown felt a sense of betrayal when he discovered that Quavo had begun dating his ex-girlfriend. This revelation was particularly painful because their relationship extended beyond business into personal friendship. The duo had collaborated on several tracks, including Whippin', Just for Tonight, and Leaning. Brown also played a role in promoting the Migos' 2017 album, Culture. Meanwhile, Quavo was reportedly dating his ex-girlfriend during this time, adding a layer of tension to their professional and personal interactions. In an interview with Billboard back in 2017, right before their beef became a thing, Brown praised all the Migos as real friends and brothers before saying that he would never hate on them. Chris had said in the interview, "I just want to shout out y'all. Y'all my real friends and brothers. I bought your album 3 times. I spent my own money and ish. I'm proud of you ninjas. I will never hate on you ninjas." This interview clearly didn't age well. And this is where things get interesting, because in February 2017, Karrueche took out a restraining order against Brown around the same time her relationship with Quavo allegedly began. She claimed the artist had been violent toward her in the past, and even went as far to make death threats. Many have speculated the fresh relationship between Tran and Quavo may have spawned the restraining order to allow them to date without issue. Since then, Brown and Quavo have seemingly never been on good terms, with the beef reigniting lately when the two fired shots at each other on recent tracks. On Brown's song Freak, released on April 10th as part of his 11/11 Deluxe album, he mentioned Quavo effing his old bees. And just one day later, on the song Tender, the Migos rapper appeared to fire back with disses on his breakup with Tran and Brown's history of DV. Chris Brown was one of the first to release a straight-up diss track when he dropped his Weakest Link song on April 20th. The song name Weakest Link is addressed early as Brown dubs Quavo as the weakest link out of his clique. He's obviously referring to the Migos here and saying that he's the worst one of the three. The Migos were active as a trio from 2008 to 2023, during which time they delivered 4 albums together. Tragically, the group came to an end with the death of Takeoff after he was shot at a party in Texas in November 2022. On Weakest Link, Chris Brown mentions how Quavo effed his ex-ho, but he doesn't care. It's here where he's clearly referring to Karrueche. Chris Brown has never exactly taken kindly to Quavo dating his ex. On his other song Freak with Joyner Lucas, Lil Wayne, and T Grizzly, Brown rapped on how effing his old bees ain't gonna make us equal before name-dropping Quavo's rap group The Migos. Migos. Okay, now effing my old bees ain't gonna make us equal. Sippin' that 1942 cause I don't do no Cuervo, freak bee, she like Casamigos, not the Migos. Then Chris Brown also throws in that he's not mad at Quavo for hooking up with his ex, because apparently he's also been hooking up with Quavo's ex. Chris Brown revealed this by saying, "They say revenge is sweet, revenge is sweet. Now think about that ish. Don't let that line go over your head, I might just sing about that ish." Quavo dated rapper Saweetie for 3 years until they separated back in March 2021. Chris Brown appears to imply Saweetie was the ex of Quavo's, who he slept with during their relationship. Brown goes on to claim he has some tea about that bee, which he won't reveal, leading many to question what secrets Saweetie may be hiding. Chris Brown has a long and public history of violence toward women, with the most famous case coming with his 2009 arrest for assaulting ex-girlfriend Rihanna, for which he later pled guilty and avoided jail time.
I told her that she didn't trust me with anything. So I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, there's a message and it says, kill the Grammys, do your thing. And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message and the rest of the message said, I'll see you at the cloud party. So all thought she thought I was lying. She starts going off, she throws the phone, I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me, we're in a little Lamborghini. You know, she's fighting me and I'm like, look, I'm telling you the truth, I swear to God. You know, I'm telling you the truth, stop it. Closed fist, like I punched her, you know, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, why the hell did I hit her like? So from there, she just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face, and I'm like, yo, so it enraged me even more. Like it's a real on fight in the car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, yo, man, we tripping. Like, what the like, what are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out the window. So she grabs my nuts. And when she do that, I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like, stupid fight.
On his recent track Tender, Quavo seemingly called out Brown for his violence toward women with the line, "Don't beat her up. You did the bee wrong, and now the bee gone." She posted with a thug, "Call the bee phone, she won't come home, don't beat her up. It must be the drugs, need to cross out your plug." Brown fired his own DV-related shot back at Quavo on Weakest Link in saying, "You was beating bees on the elevator." This comes in reference to a 2020 video of Quavo and Saweetie in an elevator during their relationship in which a physical scuffle broke out. After having had public beef, Chris Brown and Quavo were pictured together and seated side by side at Rudd's Paris Fashion Week in January 2024. Naturally, this led many to speculate the issues between them had been squashed. However, Brown quickly shut down those theories by replying to a video of them seated together on Instagram stating, "Can't pick who you sit by. F all that growth-ish, ninja not finna fumble my bag for little ninjas." With his diss on Weakest Link, Brown revealed the desire he had to attack Quavo at the Fashion Week event, but noted how he held back. "Fashion Week, they sat me next to your lame ass. I was truly mad. All I kept thinking about was breaking your face, but I gave you a pass. You lucky I ain't wanna F the money up, boy. I would've broke you in half." Chris Brown went as far as to involve the death of Takeoff, who passed away on November 1st, 2022. The rapper was killed in a shooting in Houston, Texas, outside a private party at a bowling alley. In the diss, Brown dubbed Takeoff as the only real one, for which he has true respect, before going on to say everybody really wished Quavo had been the one to die instead in perhaps the track's most devastating bar. Now, let's turn away from the rap beef for a second, because it turns out that Quavo isn't the only person Chris Breezy has beef with right now. Jay-Z has found himself in the hot seat as Chris Brown drops some bombshell claims. Over the past few years, whispers have circulated about Jay-Z allegedly sabotaging other artists' careers. Now, Chris Brown is turning up the heat, confirming these allegations. He's claiming that Jay-Z went as far as to have him blackballed over the incident with Rihanna. And there's more to the story than you might expect. Chris Brown is shedding new light on the infamous 2009 incident with Rihanna, finally sharing his perspective. According to Chris, the root of their issues stemmed from Rihanna's alleged infidelity with Jay-Z, along with a more scandalous claim that she transmitted an STI she got from Jay-Z to him. But if you think that's shocking, brace yourself. Chris is ready to spill even more tea. He's suggesting there are wilder and darker stories behind Rihanna and Jay-Z's interactions. Chris Brown is hitting back against the narratives that have shaped his public image for the last 15 years. He's stepping forward to clear the air, adamant about setting the record straight regarding the 2009 incident with Rihanna. Chris claims that not only was he set up, but he also accuses Jay-Z of exploiting the situation to sabotage his career. Now, you're probably familiar with the infamous 2009 incident involving Chris Brown and Rihanna that exploded in the headlines. The night before the Grammys, things escalated dramatically when they got into a fight in their car. The altercation resulted in Rihanna suffering severe bruises on her face and body. Following this, Chris was arrested and later sentenced to 5 years of probation along with a year of counseling. This incident has been a significant talking point in both their careers ever since. He has consistently related a narrative suggesting that the altercation began when Rihanna discovered he was cheating, which led to her hitting him. According to Chris, his reaction was excessive, as he overreacted and repeatedly punched her. This version of events has been a part of his attempts to explain the circumstances leading up to the violence, though it's clear he recognizes the severity of his actions during that regrettable night.
I told her that she didn't trust me with anything. So I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, there's a message and it says, kill the Grammys, do your thing. And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message and the rest of the message said, I'll see you at the cloud party. So I thought she thought I was lying. She starts going off, she throws the phone, I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me, we're in a little Lamborghini. You know, she's fighting me and I'm like, look, I'm telling you the truth, I swear to God. You know, I'm telling you the truth, stop it. Closed fist, like I punched her, you know, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, why the hell did I hit her like? So from there, she just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face, and I'm like, yo, so it enraged me even more. Like it's a real on fight in a car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, yo, hey, we tripping. Like, what the like, what are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out of the window. So she grabs my nuts. And when she do that, I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like, stupid fight.
In an interview with Rihanna, she said, I caught him in a lie and he wouldn't tell the truth. I kept pushing it because I couldn't stand the lies. He kept lying to me and couldn't handle my questioning. It all escalated into him being violent towards me, and it was awful. I was battered, bleeding, and my face was swollen. She openly described their relationship as really toxic, noting, the more in love we got, the more dangerous we became for each other, kind of like an obsession. Chris also admitted to this version of events for a long time, saying he lost his mind when Rihanna caught him cheating. Over the years, Chris Brown has been trying to reshape the narrative about his past, suggesting there's more to the story than what's been widely reported. His frustration surfaced again when Chloe Bailey faced backlash for collaborating with him on her song, How Does It Feel? Reacting to the criticism, Chris went into a rant on social media saying, if y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my whole entire ass. I'm effing 33. I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. You people are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Rock beat the F out of each other in front of the world, but that's okay. It's entertainment. All y'all can suck my D disrespectfully. Where is cancel culture with these white artists that date young women who beat the F out of their wives? Oh, that's right, they're your buddies. No more fake love for me. Stay out of my way or get ran over. Simple as that. None of you, and I mean none of you guys can F with me. This last outburst from Chris Brown seems to be more than just a general vent. It's actually targeted shade at a specific industry figure. This individual is rumored to have been involved with numerous young women in the industry and is notably married to a woman significantly younger than himself. Chris's comments call out what he sees as hypocrisy in the industry's response to various scandals, suggesting that certain individuals get a pass based on their status and connections. This adds another layer of controversy, pointing fingers and stirring up discussions about double standards in the celebrity world. Chris Brown's comments were, in case you didn't catch on yet, directed at Jay-Z, highlighting the age gap between Jay-Z and Beyoncé, which is 12 years. While Jay-Z has maintained that Beyoncé was 18 or 19 when they started dating, this timeline has been questioned. In a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Jay-Z mentioned meeting Beyoncé 10 years earlier, which would place their first encounter around 1997. If this timeline is accurate, it would mean Beyoncé was younger than 18 when they first started mingling with each other. Now, if we piece things together, Beyoncé would technically be 16 years old during this time. She could have even been around 15, depending on the exact month, while Jay would easily be in his late 20s. Putting Beyoncé aside, Jay even has allegations saying that he was intimate with Lil' Kim when she was just 15 and he was again in his 20s. So the shade Chris was throwing towards men who have a thing with younger women, well, that was him allegedly referring to Jay-Z. The really crazy part is when he started talking about these men giving women STDs, because from the picture Chris is painting, Rihanna may have allegedly had an affair with Jay-Z while Chris was dating her. Not just that, but Jay would have given herpes to Rihanna, who would have then given it to Chris. From what Chris Brown has been saying, he found this all out during the night he and Rihanna got into a fight. It was here where he found out that she had been cheating on him with Jay-Z. And to add fuel to the fire, the real reason he had lost his mind and put hands on her was because he found out about the herpes situation. This is a crazy turn of events, especially since there's been rumors for a while now that have claimed Jay and Rihanna had been a thing in the shadows. The rumors of the two being a thing were in full swing from the late 2000s through the early 2010s, with whispers about Rihanna and Jay-Z's supposed romantic entanglement lighting up every gossip column. Rihanna consistently shot down the rumors, insisting their collaboration was strictly professional, all about laying down tracks and not playing the field. Her publicist at the time later admitted to being the mastermind behind the swirling rumors, describing his actions as a strategic publicity ploy to skyrocket Rihanna's rising star. He confessed, "The PR stunt that I did was out of desperation to help break Pond to Replay." His tell-all included, "It was reckless and I didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick. I didn't think it would be this big story, but now knowing that people are profiting from speculation and opinions about her really turns my stomach. I'm ashamed that I'm even talking about this. I just want to put this rumor to rest once and for all." But Chris is now setting the record straight, claiming it's all a BS cover-up. According to him, Jay-Z and Rihanna were only so eager to squash the affair rumors because of the potential damage to their reputations. Chris alleges that Jay-Z manipulated him into supporting the narrative that painted him as the unfaithful one in his relationship with Rihanna, despite the reality being quite the opposite, with Rihanna being the one who was unfaithful. But what's even crazier about all of this is that Jaguar is co-signing Chris Brown's claims, and as far as we know, she hasn't been called out for lying or sued for defamation. She even backed up the rumors about Jay-Z having been intimate with Rihanna when she was younger, and even alleged that Rihanna's team had set up her relationship with Chris Brown to have people forget about the whispers. But what are your guys' thoughts on all of this? Do you believe Chris Brown? Are you on Quavo's side? Is Jay-Z really as evil as he sounds? Let us know in the comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching.